Good morning, my beautiful collective. I hope you're having a wonderful day. What's up, collective? You can ring my bell. Ring my bell. Ring-a-ling-a-ling. Hello, collective. What's the energy? What's the energy? God protects me and God fights my battles. No weapon formed in spirit or physical against me shall prosper. I'm highly favored and protected from all evil, as is my beautiful collective. Collective, what energy is going on around? What's the message for you? What is the message, collective? What's the message? You know, for a lot of you, it's kind of like an Alfred Hitchcock movie, or a little Alfred Hitchcock. I guess what do you want to call it? One of his little episodes back, you know, the black and white versions back in the day on the television. It's that energy. There is some beautiful stuff going on around that it's like a fortunate chain of events is really how I want you looking at things, okay? There's so much I want to say, but we can't say it. So, it's like a fortunate chain of events. Removal of conflict. Like I said, a fortunate chain of events. It's like you're being protected, you're being removed from. There's energies you don't know about. Because, like I said, it's a fortunate chain of events. We're going to use this as the basis of the matter. We're just going to do a quick little Celtic spread here. Let's see what we get. I'm loving the energy for you. 7 of Cups. So, removal from conflict. As conflict ends, opportunities arise. 7 of Cups. You're going to have options. Be sure to choose wisely. 6 of Cups in reverse. Do you go back or do you move forward? Well, a fortune in reverse, right? A lot of you, this is like the current stagnation. This is what you're coming from. Could be past events that now are kind of getting resolved. You know, this is when divine timing kind of had to take a step back. This is when that waiting period was, where you're asked to wait. Which everyone hates this, right? Because it is. It's divine timing. You have no idea when the hell shit's gonna work out. You have no idea how things are gonna go. A lot of you, it's a healing process. Now, whether this is your energy or someone you're dealing with, you have to go through the healing process. You can't start nothing new until you've healed from the old, okay? Then you can move on. It's the procedure. It's kind of how you handle life. It's the best way to handle life, right? Remove yourself from conflict so you can make better choices, right? It's kind of hard to heal yourself in the situation that is hurting you. It's kind of hard to heal yourself in a situation that doesn't allow that wound to heal, right? It's hard to heal yourself when every time you turn around, you're still faced with the same tough decisions, the same temptations, the same things that, you know, aren't to your betterment. This is when you learn how to change your thought process, change your location, change the people you're around, change how you live, change what you do, right? That's how you learn how to remove conflict in your life, in whatever way that conflict shows up, right? Don't always have to be dramatic. You know, if you're on a diet, then you quit buying freaking fattening foods, right? You get rid of the sweets. You try to eat healthy. It's decisions like that in order to remove conflict in your life, in order to remove yourself from the temptations that aren't good for you. This is the choices that you have to make. The wise choices you have to make, right? Six of Cups is what you've come from. This is what you've known. It isn't always positive, right? If you grew up in situations that weren't the best and that's the behavior you've taken on, this is your behavioral patterns. This is your history, right? This is all your history, whatever it is, up until this current point in time. Now, the Wheel of Destiny. Opportunities arise, right? You're put in a position and things got changed up. Now, this Wheel of Fortune, you have the ability to turn it in your favor or not. That depends upon the choices that you make. Your ability to remove yourself from conflict. Because when you make the choice to remove yourself from conflict, then that's when you have a little bit more control over that Wheel of Fortune. For some of you, you had to learn that. This is still divine timing. So there's karmic lessons that have been learned, right? Everything happens for a reason. A lot of it is learning that you have the power and control to make the choices to remove yourself from conflict in your life, in your situation, in your thought process, whatever the fuck you got going on, right? This is about growing. This is about learning that karmic lesson, guys and gals. Friends, family, loved ones, it don't matter how this goes. The healing process right now. Getting out of that, woe is my life, yada, yada, yada. Quit feeling sorry for yourself. Everyone gets a broken heart. Everyone, scrapes their knees every now and then. You gotta heal. You gotta heal. You gotta learn, and then you can move towards what it is you want. A lot of you, this is that Six of Swords energy. But there's a lot of things that you don't know is going on. That Seven of Cups. You got choices. And while you're doing what you need to do, a lot of the things around you are being masked. You see them clouds on that? So the person sees the choices, right? But they're not aware of what's behind the choices. There's clouds there. It's like that smog. It's like that smoke and mirrors. It's kind of like that Alfred Hitchcock. Things being hidden. Y'all, I about did the video in black and white, but I thought that might freak a few people out. So, because I was really feeling that aura of mystery, that sense of suspense. Because a lot of you, I think, are feeling that suspense right now. Because that Wheel of Fortune, especially if you've done the work and you've done the healing, and now, you're on that boat, you're getting ready to move towards something new, but there's still a slight bit of stagnation. Smoke on the water, right? Oh. I'm also hearing House of the Rising Sun. Smoke on the water, House on the Rising Sun. Someone at the swamp, they can buy you. Jax! Stop it! Sorry, y'all, you hear over there scratching, whatever the hell she's doing. She better sleep till I turn the camera on. Lights, camera, action. Oh, sweet Jesus. And look at what we turned it to. Judgment. Do you hear that playing? Do you know who's playing? Why, it's Gabriel, Gabriel playing. Gabriel, Gabriel saying, will you be ready to go when I blow my horn? Mr. Cole Porter. The theatrics. Right now, a lot of it is theatrics. So before anybody comments, yeah, that was a theatrical move. I said we began this with that Alfred Hitchcock. A lot of things. It's like things are going on behind the scenes. When you watch movies, when you watch shit, a lot of that happens because of the shit that goes on behind the scenes. That's what people don't understand. Even in your life. Think of the Truman Show. There are things going on behind the scenes in order for things in your life to work the way they do. Sometimes it's what you know about, and other times that's fucking spirit. I know someone's going to say, that was purely for theatrics. Yes. Yo, I did. I am a singer, okay? I would love to be on Broadway doing theater. That would be my thing. So, yeah, you get a little bit of theatrical tarot. So, just nix that shit in the comments, right? I'm a singing tarot reader. You don't like it? It's nice knowing you. Those of you that understand, it's the shit that's going on behind the scenes, right? It's everyday things. It's that fortunate series of events, fortunate chain of events. It all works that way. It's like 6 degrees of separation. Everything's connected, but then everything isn't, right? The Fool there in reverse. People thinking they can kind of alter that. You know what I mean? And we can to an extent, right? That's why we think positive. That's why we think happy. That's why when you get them choices, you can choose to move yourself from conflict, or you can stay confused and stay stuck in a situation where you feel like you have no out. This is that whole theatrics. How are you going to play out your role? How are you going to play out the script you got going on? Right? Remove yourself from conflict. Make smarter choices, even though, can you all see, anyone that's familiar with the normal Rider-Waite tarot deck, you see, you got the cups there, but you got the clouds. That's the shit that's going on in the background, guys and gals. That's life going on around you. That's everyone else's shit going on around you. That's all the things you don't see that make the whole fucking world work, right? We don't know how we get electricity in our houses. We just know if the shit ain't working right, we ain't got no fucking lights, right? There's so much at play. There's so much that's dealing with the theatrics of things. When you really look at the broad picture. When you break down a TV show or you break down a set or something like that, you kind of know how it all works. And a lot of you, this is when Spirit's working on your behalf. That's why it's a fortunate chain of events. Everything's got to fall into place. A lot of you, it's very important to pay attention to who's directing your story. Eight of Pentacles. You do the work. You live your life. You want to be vulnerable but protective of your energy at the same time. Some of the best performances, the actors and actresses are more vulnerable. You feel more vulnerable. You're more interested in characters that are vulnerable. They show their vulnerability, right? Now, when it comes to Alfred Hitchcock, that's usually, you'll think of the scene from Psycho, right? The shower scene. Or it could be something positive. How's it going to go? There's so much goes on in the background that people aren't paying attention to. And a lot of that is currently taking place. It's the characters lining up. Judgment. Where are you going to be when it happens? It's some beautiful energy, but be careful of what is going on in the background. Who's your supporting actors and actresses? Yeah, look at this. Some of y'all are dealing with a diva or two divas. Okay, we got the Empress here, and then we got the Queen of Pentacles. For some of you, you got the actress, and then you got the understudy. And they're both vying for the main leading role here. Uh-oh. Who's going to win? The Empress is the diva. She might already have the job. And then you got this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, I'm thinking All About Eve. Those of you that love the classic movies, right? So you got the actress and you got the understudy. Both of which really aren't good for the part. And then you got the characters there in the middle. Who's going to play the main character? This is usually about the leading man or the leading woman. So for a lot of you, these the actress and the understudy, or the actor and the understudy, they could be holding up production. They could be holding up the scene, the play, whatever's going on here. Your situation. Someone could be getting a call back. Someone could be coming back around with the judgment call. The Fool in reverse. This is kind of who's going to be the comedy relief. What somebody thought was going to be comedy relief didn't quite work. Hmm. 1616. I just noticed 1616. There's a lot of... Wow. That's it, y'all. Someone's calling cut. It's like a director saying cut. There's going to be a change-up of characters. That's what this is all about. Wow. 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 The actress and the understudy goes. Ooh, or the actor and the understudy goes. It don't matter sex here, right? This is all about the energy. Judgment's being, it's almost like something's being recast. Fortunate chain of events, guys and gals. What else you got on that? That took an interesting twist. This whole reading has had an interesting twist to it. Kind of look at things in that manner. Imagine, you know, people see what they see, but they don't always understand what goes on in the background. You know, it's like when you see the good blockbuster hits with all the GCFI in it, but until you realize when they're actually recording it, it's all a green fucking screen, right? You see kind of the picture, but you don't realize how it got there. A lot of you aren't realizing that shit that's going on in the background. Let's see what wanted to flip. Woo! The true Empress comes out. The true Star comes out. This could be masculine or feminine, right? This is that switch up for somebody to change their role, to change how the fuck they show up. Oh, I'm loving the way this reading went. It was interesting at first. It's a 3 card. Yeah. Oh, fucking A, guys. You can't make that shit up. Whew. This has been an exhausting audition. The Empress and the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. A lot of you had to realize how to take the leading role in your life, in your situation. A lot of you are going to be put in that leading role in your life, in whatever way, shape, or form that is. You're becoming the main character. Thank you, Spirit. There is a lot of confusion going on. With that 5 of Wands in reverse and the 7 of Cups. Now remember that 7 of Cups, that cloud, that like smoke and mirrors. A lot of you aren't realizing everything is there for a reason. You're not always supposed to know. Right? Eight of Pentacles in reverse, 3 of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. Someone isn't going to be happy because they're not playing the role they want to play. This is a switch up. This is going to be a change up. But it's going to be positive for this Empress energy. Say in 1958. That could mean something. That's divine timing. It's everything having to work the way it works. Yeah, I was singing that Anything Goes. When Sutton Foster won her first Tony, she was doing, Thoroughly Modern Millie. She was supposed to understudy for Kristen Chenoweth, I believe. And then Kristen backed out at the last minute, so Sutton Foster got to take it on the road. And then it ended up going to Broadway, and she was able to get a Tony off of it, right? It was a fortunate chain of events. She went from being the understudy to being the leady lady. Okay? A lot of you, it's a fortunate series of events. It's the things going on in the background. Is this reading going to be for everybody? No, this could be for somebody who's in the arts, who does auditions, who's thinking about background work. A lot of you, this is getting that call back. A lot of you, this is stepping into that leading lady, leading man role. Now, for some of you, this could just be your regular life. You ever look at things a little different? You ever really think about the supporting characters and everything that goes into how your life goes out? You know, if you're a person of God, you kind of believe that you're put down here for a reason. Maybe you look at your life a little different as you being the leading lady in your life, or, you know, the leading man, however it goes. You know, when you've got children and your fur babies, that you're the leading man, leading woman in their life. You're everything to them. Everything's fallen into place and you just don't realize it. Because it's the things you don't see going on, right? You're not seeing the sound guy. You're not seeing the boom operator so you can hear what's going on. You're not seeing how the film gets edited down or how things get done. This is kind of just like you're not realizing all the shit that goes on behind the scenes, even in your life. I sing 226. 2226, excuse me. There is so much. But there is that bit of confusion, guys and gals. This is a beautiful energy on this reading because there's shit that you don't need to know. Okay? A lot of you don't need to know. You don't need to know how it goes. You're not supposed to. You don't need to right now. That's why a lot of you are getting that feeling of confusion. You're getting that, maybe that anxiousness. There's like a change up in the wind. There's a change up in the energy. A lot of you don't realize that some of y'all are getting ready to be cast in a new role. And other people are losing their positions. You know what I mean? The understudy, even the understudy's getting replaced. Someone's just going through. It's like there's a new director in town. There's someone new that's going to switch everything up. For a lot of you, it's a good opportunity. All About Eve. Those of you that know that beautiful classic old movie. If this resonates for you, it does. Y'all, I apologize for the runny nose. That just happened just before I actually turned the camera on. There's so much at play you don't see. That Wheel of Fortune energy, guys and gals. A fortunate chain of events. Things just falling into place. It's like the dominoes. As one person loses out, someone else gains. For some, a change up in who the director is, right? Who's running the show now? Who's in charge? Who's making the calls? It's like set design. It's everything. It's everything that goes on in the background. A lot of you, if you look at life as kind of like a TV series or a movie set or a stage play, there's so many things that go on. Just in regular life, that's just life events, right? The job opportunities that you get. When you're able to luck out and get a good job because they happen to have openings, right? Maybe you show up to interview for a job the day they let somebody go. So damn, because they let somebody go, you were able to get in there and get that job. Not leaving a place and being on a road at a certain time and realize that you've avoided a wreck, or you could have avoided a wreck. You know, it's little things that happen in the background. But there's definitely some confusion going on. But the confusion isn't coming so much from your end. It's the holdup. It's a holdup, the chain of events in the background. A lot of you, it could be, you know, people arguing over money. People arguing over how they're going to balance the situation out. Because we got an Emperor energy here. Emperor's like the director. Who's going to cast who? Right? Who's in charge of the casting? The Emperor. Who's going to be the leading man, leading woman? For some of you, it's bringing that balance in, right? It's working out the financials. How much you going to get paid to do the job? Is it worth it to do the job? We got the Sun card here. That could be dealing with the weather, the climate. And that don't even have to be, you know, the physical weather. That could just be, you know, the energy in the room, right? What's going on with the situation? What's going on? For some of you, contract negotiations. For some of you, it's not knowing that wish fulfillment is right around the corner. Things coming to fruition for you. I'm really wanting to put it into like an actor-actress type reading. So this could be for somebody wanting to break into the arts or that does auditions. If not, watch The Truman Show. All About Eve. Watch All About Eve. It's like you need to understand everything that goes into the big picture. And for some of you, maybe if you look at it as you would a movie. Look at them fancy-ass movies they put out now. That's all done on a green screen. And they just computer impose all that shit in post-production. You know, it looks amazing on the screen, but most of it's all fucking fake. Right? It's all done with a green screen. It's a fortunate series of events. A fortunate series of events. A fortunate series of events. But remember how the reading started. The Five of Wands in reverse. Removing yourself from the conflict. The Seven of Cups is making that decision. Now you got decisions to make. To do the healing process. To remove yourself from the conflict. That is a choice you have to make. Right? And as you do, that's when that Wheel of Fortune comes in. But remember, when it comes to making decisions, you don't always know what's behind the choice. You don't always know everything that's going on around that's going to bring in that fortunate chain of events. For some of you, it is going to be a partner. You know, I keep saying in readings, you need to alternate between the King, Queen of Swords and the King, Queen of Cups. You got to be able to cut out the shit you don't need, but still be open to love, to still be working on your heart chakra. That vulnerability, right? That vulnerability. You got to be guarded, but then you have to be able to let that guard down. It's like a beautiful scene when you hear actors and actresses talk about the roles that they play. How much vulnerability are they allowing? You know, you could have the leading lady that's big and strong, but boy, when a tear comes from her eye, you know, that vulnerability makes the scene so much better. One tear in my eye makes the whole world cry. I hope I'm talking to someone that's in the arts. There's a switch up for some of you that want to break into the arts. So those of you that's out there doing auditions. Those of you in front of the fucking camera out there. You're not really acting, but you are being vulnerable. It's that vulnerability. What? How's that saying go? The world's a stage and we're all actors. And yes, I am a singer. Been a singer all my life. That's why I sing during my tarot reading. That's part of who I am. If I could do that shit for a living, I'd be doing that shit for a living. A whole new world. Let me play a Disney prince. Wish fulfillment, guys and gals. But the weather, it's like the weather, the climate around, right? And that doesn't have to be like the weather. The climate with the situation. Things that gotta cool off a little bit. Things that gotta calm down a little bit. Emperor, though. We had the Emperor and the Empress both in the upright. With the Two of Cups. Some of y'all calling in that leading man, that leading lady in your life. Once you step into your leading man, leading lady position in your life. This is a beautiful reading. Things are going to work out in a very interesting way. It's a fortunate chain of events. As one loses out, because remember, we had the Empress in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So you had the actress and you had the understudy. They get removed in order for someone new to come in. You know what I mean? It's things are flipping up. Things are changing. Things are going on in the background. But at the end of the day, this is when the director gets the person they want in the role. This is when, you know, everything falls into place the way it needs to. It's like all the shit that goes on in the background that you don't really think about. But if you think about your favorite TV show or your favorite movie, how everything seems so perfect. Those of you that have the perfect love story in your head, and you're like, oh, why can't it be like that? And you're like, because, you know, that set was mic'd. You know, that screen or that scene behind the window is fake. You know, she looks good because she had a makeup artist, a hair artist, the clothing person made sure the outfit was fitted. You know, you don't understand all the shit that goes on behind the scenes. And for a lot of you, that's the work you do on yourself. When you show up in your life in that leading man, leading lady role. So, you know, I think I've hit on an actor or an actress out there. If not, just think of your life a little different. But it's like a fortunate series of events. Opportunities. How you show up, how you give to your situation. Are you a leading man or a leading lady in your life? Then you're going to be able to call in your perfect opposite. You want a romantic comedy or do you want a fucking drama? What do you want in your life? Those of you, maybe go watch a fucking movie. All About Eve. Anything dealing with Alfred Hitchcock. What else did I bring up? What was that other one I brought up? The American Horror Story series, The Coven. I love the house in that. It's a different energy. It's a different reading. I want you to look at things a little fucking different. I want you to show up in your life as a leading man, leading lady. But you got to understand all this shit that goes on in the background that makes the full picture show up. How are you going to show up in your life on that screen? How are you going to look? How comfortable are you going to be? If you were asked to step in front of that fucking screen, look at yourself. Look at yourself. Wow. Y'all let me know if you're an actor or actress or you do television or something. Just like, I don't know, put a thumbs up or something if that part of the thing resonates. I brought up Sutton Foster, how she ended up getting her Tony because she started out as an understudy. I think it was Kristen Chenoweth taking the show on the road to try it out. And then Kristen backed out and she ended up getting the fucking opportunity. That's why she got her first Tony in when I went to Broadway. It's a fortunate series of events. But the whole thing, you know, it looks good, it looks easy, it looks perfect on stage, but you're not paying attention to all the shit that goes on in the background. So I want you to step into the leading man, leading lady role in your life. Some of y'all are going to be given that opportunity. I'm telling you, love's coming in. You're going to meet the leading man, leading lady in your life. If you've been doing the work, you've done the healing work, you're living in your purpose, you're doing your fucking thing, you're inevitably calling this energy in. Don't fuck it up when you get the chance. Emperor and Empress. Someone's wanting you to be their leading man, leading lady. Maybe you're wanting someone to come in and be your leading man, leading lady. Ladies, you are more than willing and capable to confront a man and bring him into your situation. If that's what you wish to do. It's all the things that's going on in the background. For a lot of you, that's spirit working on your behalf. To call in those opportunities. There's something else. It's... It's a fortunate series of events. Fortunate. So keep that energy in mind. Okay? And a lot of you, it could very well be in your business opportunities as well. It could be dealing with work. It could be dealing with it's a positive energy. If you're in the positive energy state of mind. If you're doing what you need to do, you got head and heart in control, your Emperor, Empress energy, You're going to be able to make the decisions you need to make. And you're going to be able to step into the role. A lot of you, that's a role in your life. Actually playing leading man, leading lady in your life. Those of you, look at yourself on screen. A little side note, this is actually the first video I've done other than lives where I've got the screen facing me to pay attention. Everything that happens during a reading happens for a reason, guys and gals. There's some good coming in. If this is your reading, this is your reading. This probably isn't going to be for everybody. We got a diverse group of people out there. Take with it what is yours and leave the rest. Definitely put like a thumbs up or something if this was kind of specific to your energy, because it's rather interesting energy to me. Thank you for letting me tap into that energy, because that was nice. Peace, love, and light. As they say in the theater world, hey, break a leg. Oh, wait a minute. You can ring my bell, ring my bell, ring-a-ling-a-ling. A fortunate series of events. And remember, I consider myself a singer as well. So, peace, love, and light. And hey, break a leg.